Hello and welcome to this ecoMasterClass covering underfloor insulation for your home. Now you probably come here because you might be thinking about installing underfloor insulation in your own home or maybe your mum or dad's. Hi, I'm Maurice Baynard. I'm Technical Director at ecoMaster. Now ecoMaster has been working almost 2 decades to improve the thermal performance of existing homes. We've done many thousands of home assessments and retrofitted many thousands of homes. So we have a lot of hard-won knowledge. We've even pioneered the underfloor insulation industry in this country. Now we want to share that hard-won knowledge with you so that you can set yourself up for success with your own projects. If that's something that you want to do, then please subscribe to the ecoMaster Australia YouTube channel and ring the bell so that you don't miss a thing. Like us on Facebook as well so that you get all the latest news. Now, making mistakes can be really expensive. So we're going to share all the knowledge that we have about underfloor insulation with you in this masterclass. It's going to be really quite detailed so that you can make the best decision possible for your own underfloor insulation. Now let's have a look at what we're going to cover. Firstly, we're going to cover, well, why insulate your underfloor in the first place? And then we're going to have a look at some selection criteria that you might want to apply to products that you might be considering to use for your underfloor. We're going to look at what types of insulation are available and specifically what products in those types and what advantages and disadvantages they may have. We're also going to cover a load of things that don't work so well. So that's really important so that you can avoid those mistakes. And finally, we're going to look at things that do work well and how you can set yourself up for success for your project. And finally, of course, we've got to keep you safe under the floor. And finally, you're probably going to have some material left over. And so what can we do with that? All right, so let's continue now about why insulate underfloor in the first place. So it's important to understand that underfloor is just one aspect of improving the overall thermal performance of your home. You can see the other aspects there on the screen, and the underfloor, yes, it's an important one, but it's only one of many. In this chart, we can see it's kind of a typical home, although there's really no such thing in Australia as a typical home. But in this particular home, you can see the energy changes that can be brought about by doing retrofit works. And in this home, the blue is the existing and the green is the energy load with retrofit works. So you can see that underfloor insulation can actually improve the energy use of your home quite a lot, but also it improves the comfort. So this chart only shows the actual energy improvement. It doesn't show the improvement in personal comfort. But there are loads of savings, okay? So certainly in new homes and major renovations, the Building Code of Australia mandates underfloor insulation. Your conditioned air in summer or winter is going to stay in the home longer if you've insulated your timber floor. So it's going to be cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, and of course you're going to have energy savings along the way. Maybe it's not important to you, but it's important to some people to reduce noise penetration coming into the home. If you're on a main road or the like, then maybe that's important to you. You certainly will reduce the amount of noise coming in. But again, the real saving is in personal comfort. And why is that? Well, you can see from these diagrams, here is an uninsulated floor, and the temperature in there on the surface of that floor is pretty much the same as the temperature outside. Okay, so that's why a timber floor can be really uncomfortable, cold underfoot and uncomfortable, and you're likely to turn the thermostat up to counteract that effect. When it's insulated properly, then the inside temperature becomes the inside temperature. And in fact, if you've got a ceiling fan running in reverse in the wintertime, you'll find that the floor is really the same temperature as the rest of the room. So that's really the huge benefit of doing underfloor insulation. It's going to make you much more comfortable, and then you're going to save even more energy.